Hello, folks, and welcome back to Welpland. We had attempted to start the stream a little bit earlier, but we had some technical problems that were a little bit difficult to deal with. So now this is where things are officially going to be able to pick up from. And as far as what we did last time, we added this entire new section to the park. This part of the park right here, some of the rides are doing good, others aren't. But we just need to add scenery. And we have to get prestige rating up. Prestige, yeah, technical difficulties. Very technical dirt track. And basically we have to get the prestige up of these rides in order to make them perform better. We also have to get scenery up. There's a lot. The scenery at the queue. So the queue scenery, I found out, only gives a maximum of 100 prestige. So usually prestige goes up to 1,000 is a good thing to shoot for on rides. So let's see what we got. We have 453 prestige on this sundial. So that's actually not terrible compared to some of the rides. We just need to get people going on this thing right now. We can definitely add some prestige to it just by prettying up the area. And I think that's what we want to do. But, I don't know. I guess, I might go through and add all that stuff myself. I guess to make things a little bit more interesting for you guys tonight, I might try to do as much building as I can. It depends what you want. Dirt Tracker, what do you want to see? Do we want to go through here and spruce up scenery of our new section of the park, or do we go crazy and build a couple of new coasters? All right. Well, maybe we'll spend a little bit of time sprucing up some scenery, and then after that, maybe in about 20 minutes or so, we'll switch to designing a new coaster. Because I definitely can't go as late as I did that last time. But I've got some time tonight. So far, I like the Alpine Rock look with the autumn scenery. So we're gonna add a bunch of autumn trees here. I'm gonna go ham with adding the autumn trees. Ooh. I'm gonna add some plants in between here. We're gonna get some plants for that. It was only midnight when you got up. I know, that was way too late. I'm gonna definitely get off by 11 tonight. Ugh. Alright, let's get out these autumn trees. Because that's what's really gonna start to make the area look prettier. Ooh. I'm going to arbitrarily place some of these trees. Ooh, look at this big autumn oak tree right here. Pretty, pretty. Ooh. Nice. I like how the trees are going. We like how the trees are going. Poplars all along here. Are those too big? Oh, yeah, no, I think the smaller poplars are No, look at this. Remember I lined these up over here? Poplars go right in between the rocks. Let's get a couple of those big poplar trees in here, though. They're really filling that vertical space out, which I like. Yeah. Gives these people some shade over here. Is that too overpowering? No, actually it goes with the other two right there, doesn't it? I just want to make sure nothing's clipping too bad. Oh. So it's overgrowing a bit, and it's shading these people here. Okay. Bush. Have the rose bushes there. Where else can we plop the rose bushes? Ooh. See, that looks really nice. Okay, that cuts that off. Alright, this is definitely filled out. This does not look barren anymore. One hundo P, as they say.
It's not even remotely imaginable!
I think I just heard a sub.
It's not even remotely imaginable!
Holy cow! Dude.
It's not even remotely imaginable.
We got the daisy chain of subs. Man, I haven't heard that in a while. Woo! Dirt Tracker, thank you so much, bud. We really appreciate it.
Mini whelps! Now handle it!
What was that? Is that a follow I just heard? Is that a follow at the end? Fishy52. Fishy52. Thank you so much for that follow. We do appreciate it here on Whelp Squad TV. And we're making some progress with scenery here in Welpland. Oh, this is starting to come together good. We just need to really fill out this area with the flowers more. I want to do this center section with these flowers. Hey there. How is your evening going, Fishy? Is this what we're working with? I think that... Yeah, that's what we're working with. You know, it's going pretty good now. We start... Oh, we don't want that. We don't want to put... No. Started off a little rough, and then we got things figured out. And things are going very smooth now. Oh, we don't want those up there. Look at that. You see these flowers, Fishy? They're killing me here. They're trying to give me a damn heart attack. I'll give you a tour of the whole park in a minute, because I don't think we've seen you around before. I'll give you a whole guided tour of the park. In just a moment, I wanted to finish up this little tulip project I had started here. There we go. That's much better. Yeah. So this is the type of stuff I can do on my own time here. I'll finish this out. I just want to add some more while I was thinking about it, because you do this too much, because I want to eventually have a huge field of these things. You eventually go nuts adding this. Oh, that's one thing I haven't added through here. Why don't I have any statues? I feel like I could add some cool statues to this area. I wonder what we got. And place. Alright. That's a start. Yeah, I'm searching for new Planet Coaster streamers. You seem like a good... Thank you! Wow! Aw. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been really enjoying getting back into it lately. And I'm starting to understand some of the core inner workings of the game a bit more. Yeah, we have quite the variety, so I'll give you a little bit of a rundown about Whelp Squad TV. So there's actually 5 total members of Whelp Squad TV, four full-time members, one part-time member. That has been showing up just as much as everybody else recently for a huge variety of games. And anyways, we play games like obviously Planet Coaster. I play Fishing Planet. I also play games like Dark Souls, Elden Ring, different things like that when I'm feeling it. I've been playing a little bit of Fallen Earth. The new one that we're going to be unveiling is Aliens Fireteam Elite. That's going to be another one. Me and Josh, who is one of the other members, have been playing Dead Island, Borderlands 2, Phasmophobia is another one. And then there's Steven and Christian and Benj are the other 3 members of the group. We play a big variety of games. Deep Rock Galactic's one of our favorites. We just started playing Generation Zero, which is a fantastic game. It's just a whole lot of fun. Can't recommend that one enough. And yeah, huge variety. Thursdays, if you like simulation games, Thursdays are when Josh does his Simulation Thursday, and usually something like Euro Truck Sim Sometimes he'll play Planet Zoo, and occasionally he'll throw a game in there that's a non-simulator. But that's Josh's stream night, is Thursday. But at any rate, so let's give you an overview of the park here. We're starting to get some size to it. We've got a decent size going right now. This entire section, when I was just working on here, we added all that last time, and we had a huge influx of people coming into the park due to the marketing, the $5,000 marketing campaigns. We did all of them at once, and we got a shock of people into the park, and then immediately stopped the marketing campaigns once all the maximum amount of people we were going to get from it came in. And then, because you save a lot of money doing that by shutting those off because of how expensive they are. So anyways, let me give a little bit of a... I can hit go for a little bit here. So you come into the park. This first section right here is basically your food court. The restaurant went in last. We had some of the littler places there. It's pretty lively. And I'm happy to see it be more lively because this area for a while was a little bit stagnant. But now there's enough people. Yeah, see, we finally have enough people in here. Some of the earlier rides in the park were here. My favorite because of the song. Oh, I could listen to that all day. It doesn't get much better than that, guys. It's aging. Oh, it broke down. That's why there was nobody on it. See, it'll fill up again. Still got some pretty popular rides here at the early area of the park. I gotta go through and either refurbish certain rides, add more scenery to get the prestige of some of these rides up. Look at the tall as hell ride from the front of the park. Ooh, let's go do it. Can you see it from here? Oh, that's cool. You can see that and then the new coaster we put in right over there. That's really cool. I might play around with my graphic settings and see if we can kind of get some better performance out of this, because I think we're getting to the point now where the park is just so big that I just lost how much? 2? No, we were down to 31, so we only lost a little less than $2,000 just sitting there. We're in the a downward phase right now because we're having a certain number of people leave the park. So basically, we got to use up as much of this money as we can before we do another marketing campaign and try to get more people to come in. And then on my own time, I haven't had the chance to do it yet. I'm going to go through and fix all the scenery, spend like $5,000 or however much I need to, and just fix scenery everywhere. This I don't ever want to touch. I think this is the spot I'm still most proudest of, is just this early area. I really love how this turned out. This is just really neat and clean, and everybody seems to like it. So let's go to the first newer area. This has been around a while, but this is the first expansion I made. Basically, Coaster Alley here, and I'm going to add some more coasters over here eventually. Might even do that tonight. Might put a coaster here tonight. That might be a good spot to put it. This is a custom coaster that I made right here. It's been pretty popular over the years. It's done pretty well. I don't think it's lost. Has it lost a little bit? No, it has profited. Lifetime profit. So lifetime profit includes cost to build, I believe. So that has gained us some net profit. A big thing I can tell you right now, Fishy, the one thing I found out is that every time that your roller coasters break down and they're non-functional, you're losing a lot of income. It's better to. I think it costs a little bit more money to have your maintenance guys check it out or more often, or at least if it doesn't cost more money, it's tying up your maintenance people more often. So like your mechanics are checking in every 20 minutes instead of every 30 minutes. The ride defaults to 30 minutes for I think every ride. I highly recommend moving at least roller coasters, if nothing else, all roller coasters to 20 minutes. And that should make it so that once he goes in there and gets everything fixed up, you have less roller coasters break down a lot less often. And therefore, you're going to keep making money more. What am I looking for? You're making money more constantly, and you're having less downtime for these coasters. That's a big thing. This is another custom one I made. I really like this one. This one started out, this was like the first coaster I ever made, and it was really rough. And then I spent a good, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes, way later on, tweaking the design, and I have the blueprint, I believe, uploaded to Steam. But everybody loves this darn thing. This has been super popular. I actually haven't played this game yet. Going to start tomorrow, so I appreciate the tip. Oh boy, if you haven't played yet, then I have got a couple of things that you don't have to do, but things I super suggest that might help you start off a park. Because starting off a park and getting things rolling is it's the hardest thing to do. It really is. You got to pick a really good ride. When you're starting off a park under the different challenge modes, depending on what difficulty you go with, you start off with a different set of rides every time, essentially. You don't always start off with the same set of rides, and you'll start off with less to choose from the higher in difficulty you go. And you got to research everything in order to be able to unlock them. So I started off with this ride. I lucked out, apparently. Everybody loves this ride. Everybody's always loved this ride. Just now, because it's very old, I've got to refurbish this thing too. Probably be worth it. Redo the line a bit, because I think that the scenery is not 100%. We could definitely get the prestige up. But this actually holds a good amount of people right off the bat. Looking for a ride that holds a decent number of people is a good way to start. So let's see another good example of this. There's something that holds even more than that. This thing is costly if you can afford it, but look at the number of people on it. So a big thing to look at early game is a number of people that can go on the ride at once versus the cost to build it. So when you just start in a park, you really don't have much more than the ability to put one ride, maybe two if you're super lucky. And the second one's going to be a really cheap ride, something like this or a merry-go-round. Biggest thing I can tell you is don't buy a restaurant right off the bat. And sure as heck, I don't think you can buy a restaurant. I think you got to research it. And don't even buy these. You have access to these, the Chief Beefs. You have access to these little burger stands pretty early on. I would not do that because, let me see if I can show you an example here. Monthly running costs. $400 is a monthly running cost for this. Vendor salary is $100. So I think that's a total of $500. So the person that's in there running it, you've got to pay on top of having the building itself, all the costs associated with it. So you're not going to have nearly enough people to make this stand worth it. Now, as it is right now, this one's doing good because it's at the start of the park, and this is where everybody is. Everybody likes it here. If you put it further back in the park where there's less rides, you're, of course, going to generally have less profit. But sometimes, depending, if you start clustering things together, so like I say, I get that Chief Beef. You got to experiment. Everything's about experimentation. Let's say that my restaurant wasn't back here, and all of a sudden I plopped it here, and then I put this roller coaster in, and this got this water right in. We got this coaster now. Then you're going to get people flooding over here, not only to do the coasters and stuff, but also they have food. So it becomes kind of like a not self-running. That's the wrong term. It becomes its own little environment, essentially, where people can stay in this one area and be able to function here without having to go to other areas, and it'll make them want to go there because then they have everything. They have access to everything. ATMs. One ATM pretty early on, if you can do it, makes it so, and I highly recommend having it set to 0 or maybe like 50 cents or something. I put it to 50 cents to help with the running costs of it. But basically, if you have an ATM, people are able to spend more money in your park. It's a good business practice. There's so much. What I'm going to tell you is going to be half jumbled because it's all jumbled in my head. There's just so much. So what I highly recommend to start with, instead of all of that, just go with a vending machine. Monthly running costs 100. Now, lifetime profit. Why is the lifetime profit on this one so low? Is nobody going to this thing anymore? Interesting. We're going to have to switch this one out. This one as well. Ah, there you go. Cosmic Cow. This thing's bringing in money. That's what you want to see. Some things don't. This is the first thing you should add to your park. For food, is to be able to have a Cosmic Cow drink machine. That's the first thing, and then the second thing is to have, like, a Chief Beef. I think the Chief Beef vending machine is probably the better way. If not that, then the hot dog squad. And then you've got your food and your drink needs covered right off the bat, and they have very low operating costs, and you don't have to worry about paying a vendor for them. So that's a good thing to keep in mind, too. This is a really cool area. I'll start this up a little bit just so we can see some of the things going on in here. This is Pirate Cove. And this is the most detailed area. I spent a lot of time working on this. Got the different pirates shooting off the guns and stuff. This is a custom water ride that I made. People love scenery. Scenery is important around the queue. Bringing your queue rating up will get you, I think, a maximum of 100 prestige points towards your ride. And basically, the higher the prestige, the more that people are going to want to go on the ride. That's a pretty simple thing. But, you know what? Sometimes simple's better, because people get scared away by some things. In this case, this is just a really nice river setup. Very clean. It's pretty inexpensive. I think I have this one on the Steam Workshop, too. If I don't, I'll make sure I get everything uploaded. Thank you. I appreciate it. Another good piece of advice that I can give. It looks like we just made some money now. That's good. If you're designing a coaster, especially if you're just starting out, I highly suggest building a roller coaster in a different park. Set up like a sandbox style park that you don't have to worry about money in. And then basically you can design all your coasters, especially if you let's say you can't afford a big coaster, but you want to be able to build a coaster. You can design a small coaster and then be able to put that custom-made coaster into any park you want after saving its blueprint, and you don't have to worry about messing up on it. You can do all the testing that you want on it, get all the statistics back, and not have to worry about having your game run while you're messing with a coaster. So you can build coasters outside and then import them into your game and build them specifically around the budget that you're working with. So that's what I had to do a lot early on. Now this thing, we really didn't have much of a budget. We had a budget, it was like 10 grand. But this is our newest edition, and so far, everybody loves this thing. There's a custom-made pond that I did with a big walkway around it. That went in a long time ago. And it's very, very popular. Let's get a camera view. We haven't done this in a little bit. Ooh, oh man, I need to fix the. I really need to fix the performance. Oh. So again, it's not super intricate, not super long, but it's got 2 exciting loops on it, and it's just enough to get the people to come in. Also, the prestige rating, I think because of the ship and everything else around it, like the water and everything, prestige on this ride is pretty high. Now, lifetime profit's negative 2 grand because remember, it takes 10 grand to build this, so that, I believe, is including that in it. So last month's profit was 3,700. The Cube 1 broke down. Oh no, you know what that means? It's time to go over and perhaps fix this ride, because I've always had issues getting people on this ride. So, big thing I'm going to do, this, since we have such issues, I'm definitely going to put it for every 20 minutes. I'm not going to refurbish it because we don't want to waste that kind of money. That's a lot to refurbish this ride. Ride looks so fun to go on if it were real. I know, isn't it? It's nice. It doesn't look too insane. It just looks like the most like appropriate amount of fun and speed. It's not super, super tall. Because, like, I love roller coasters, but I hate, like, really crazy, crazy drops. Like, the Superman at Darien Lake is, like, a 200-foot drop or something like that. I would never go on that. And I don't want to go on anything that has more than 1 or 2 loops. Like, you go on something that's got, like, 10 or 15 spirals, it gets to be a bit too much. Alright, so we've actually made a little bit more money. The next big thing I want to do is create a coaster in real time, because that's what I've been experimenting with, and I kind of need to do that in order to be able to fit it in the pond. So we're going to create a new coaster and see what we got. Oh, no, let's do this first. I don't want to. I turn into like a squirrel, where I'm just like I'm running around everywhere sometimes. Operations. What's that? Sequence. We want sequence. We want add animation. What's missing here? All spin, forward flip, all spin. Add animation. Turn around. So now we have 5 different things on here. And let's do an all spin. We've made the ride longer, so we're going to up the price on this thing a bit. So that guy's got to go and fix it now. And we're going to see if that makes any difference with bringing people to it. The Cube 1 is cheap? People think it's cheap, huh? If they still think it's cheap, maybe we'll bring it up a little bit. Alright, that's done. Okay, so we got that done, and then I was going to do something immediately after. Look at this. We had two mechanics on the job. 2 were ready to go. You love to see it, folks. You love to see it. Under park management, something I will mention right now, Fishy. Having staff trained to at least the 2nd category, to at least the 2nd training level, it helps so much if you're able to afford it, because it keeps their happiness and their energy levels higher for longer, so that they're not going to have to go take a break as often. The energy bar is going to deplete less, and basically they're going to be more efficient at their jobs. So it does get expensive, the training, once it goes up to like 3 and 4 and 5. That's why I haven't really gone past 3 on too many of my people. Like at that staff training for Manfred. Wilfred Mayfield. Is he our original dude? He is our original security guard. You know what? That man's been here forever. Let's give him some training. Let's bump him up to 140. Captain Lockjaw. Oh, he's our he's one of our entertainers. So you got to remember to give him a little bit of pay raise too once you do that. Keeps their happiness, and really a little bit extra a month on them to keep everybody functional, working, and not wanting to quit. Because eventually, if these people become overworked, it's just like in real life. They become overworked, underpaid, they're going to leave. And they really do. The simulation does that pretty well. So you got to keep the pay in line with not only their workload, but also their training level and their experience, how long they've been there. Let's see here. So let me see what I have. Those are... I have them up to 105. Janitors, what do I got the janitors up to if they're tier 2? Okay, so janitors are at 90. Alright, so we just, every once in a while I remember to do that, to add a little bit. We're going to try, because I think this is definitely CPU intensive, we're going to try and get a little bit more functionality here, guys. And I do apologize because the quality is going to go down a little bit. How bad is it going to be if I bring the overall texture quality down to medium? I did not see that much of a difference. Does it look too much worse, guys? I feel like that's a lot smoother already. Still look okay, guys? Once I stay stationary, it definitely settles down. Yeah, I think we definitely gained some functionality back, guys. This game was getting really slow because of how much stuff I had. Oh, we're zooming around much better now. Very cool. Very cool. Alright, so we're going to add the second coaster in here, and I think we're going to put it like right here. So we are going to pause it while we do this. Oh yeah, this is the super smooth while everything's paused. Ooh, really quick, before we do that, I added the new arcade. Is anybody else coming here? Still, we are at a constant loss, and I don't know why people are not going to the hotel. It's not the price. People were paying a lot more money when there was less people in the park. I have lowered the price already. Oh, let's see. What the hell? Let's get people in there just so we're making some money. Wait, is that prestige that low? No, it's a 3-star. That's not too bad. I'll add some more scenery to it. I didn't add the arcade. Oh my god, you're right. Thank you. We forgot to do it. We'll see how that goes now, and then I think at that new price point, as long as I have more hotel rooms in the future, it's still going to be a major moneymaker. I think, by the way, it made so much the first few months we had her up that I think we're still in the profit, ain't we? Lifetime profit, 14,000. So yeah, that thing is still in the profit zone. Hotels are great, fishy, but they're only great if you have enough people to make them worth it. You got to have at least a couple thousand people in the park before you start to think about a hotel. So, we have money. Let's build something. And let's do a custom ride. So we did the D-Gen already. Ooh, you know what? We might have a new coaster to work with. Let's see if we do. Research. Pinnacle of Speed. What is it? The Zenith. Is that the one you were talking about, Dirt Tracker? I think that might be the one you were talking about. Oh, look at the big wheel. Almost have the train too. Yeah, we almost got the train. I'm excited about that one. All right, we're gonna add this one. Launched hydraulic cannot invert. Launched hydraulic. Reverse free fall coaster. I'm curious. But what's the smartest thing we do before we start a new ride? Save the park. Now we don't just save it once. We save it twice. Okay. We want... Ooh, maybe we want... Do we want this a little lower? Maybe we want this a little lower than the other coaster so we can kind of bring it in from behind there eventually. Nope, see, put it back down. Don't do that to me now. Can't get away with that shit with me. Okay. So, station. Another good thing to remember when making a custom coaster is that you really got to have enough station, basically. You got to have enough station length in order to hold enough cars. Because the more cars you can hold, the more money that you can make every time the thing goes around the track. Wait. Does this thing not have chains? Oh my god, look how expensive this thing is. We may not be doing this coaster. That single piece of track, this hydraulics is $1,200. We have money, but I don't know if we have that much. That's expensive. Boy, guys, I don't think we can flip this right now. I don't want to blow all my money on one ride. That's another good thing to remember. Don't put all your what's the saying? All the fruit in one basket or something like that. All your eggs in one basket. No. Someday. Because why? How much did that cost? Yeah, the start is 3,000. That's another good thing to remember. If you look right here, gonna be a ride like this, Top Thrill Dragster. So what does it do? What does it do, Dirt Tracker? Does it like shoot it off at high speeds? And then that initial high speed is what gets it through a lot of the ride? Because if you look right here, Fishy, you see that the starting cost, in other words, to build the station, this is not to build a full coaster, this is to build just the station. It's 3,000, just to put that in. So that's a big thing to look at for overall coaster cost. You can base your coaster cost on that. Interesting. You know, I think I'm gonna play around with it on a test server, and then we're gonna come back to it. Looping, the American Arrow. That sounds like actually a lot more what we want. So, edit track. Yeah. Guys, I think this is going to be much better. It's very expensive. You don't think it would fit in that spot anyways? Yeah, I think this is going to be a more standard steel coaster. Let's get angle snap off so we have more control of what we're doing. So these are going by 45 degrees, yeah? So that'll be basically almost straight along here now. And then we're going to go straight into a loop. And the big question is always, what kind of loop are we going to use? I still remember riding your first Aero coaster. It was rough. Norwegian loop. So it looks like those ones go down. What the hell are they? Oh my god. I mean, I want it, right? I mean, I think we want it. That's an outside loop. Holy hell. That's an outside loop. That's why that's so deadly. Holy shit. I'm gonna put that somewhere on this ride. It just needs to be in a more open spot. That is an outside loop, and I love every part of that idea. I think that fits pretty good here, right? Ooh, is it too close to what we have right there, though? I like that, though. Let's remember, that's inclined 45 left. Inclined loop, dive right. That's so cool. We got the two loops coming in close contact with each other. I'm doing it. Arrow, the company of that coaster you're building, started the Coaster Wars. Oh, no kidding. You see what I'm going for, guys? Oh! Oh, Nelly. Oh, that's pretty sweet. I think I'm gonna have it go back over and then come down through. I want it to come back. See, this area is so open. I want it to come down through here and then go screaming through back this way and come in. So I think the best thing to do is to have this go full on down now. Do another drop, right? And yeah, because we're still going over that other coaster, which is a nice effect. I like that. I think we're gonna start turning in. Going past 45 degrees for these people per curve is difficult. It fits. What's it? Can only be placed on straight, unbanked. Wait. Why is it banked? Why is it saying it's banked? Wait. It's not banked. No, I love the music, Dirt Tracker. That's one of the best things. Fishy, I gotta tell you, that's one of the best things about this game. It's just so relaxing to listen to. I don't think it's going to have enough oomph for that. I also don't think it's going to have enough oomph for that. It doesn't have enough, right? There's no way it's got enough oomph. I'm worried it's gonna get really slow. I think I'm gonna choose here to go up. Whoa, that's a tight curve. How much money do we have? I've already burned through, what, 8 grand? I'm prepared to spend 15, 16 grand on this just to make this work, because this thing looks so cool. So we've still got how much? We've got about 8 grand left that I want to spend on this. But the expensive part's over. That was the expensive part. Well, I can't say that. The expensive part's not over. In fact, let me add it right now. You gotta make the ride worthwhile. Gotta be able to have enough people on it. One more. Operation. 2 trains of 5 fit on it right now. If we could do that, we'd be able to make a lot of money, and that's what we need. Could also start test and see. Do you think I can start to test right now? Oh, I sure can. Oh, that's fast. That's fast. Oh yeah. No, they've got plenty of power. That's perfect. That was so smooth. All right. That was so smooth. I think people are really going to like that. Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited about this. And I think we're going to stream at least partially past the initial time I was going to. Dirt Track, I swear to God, it's not going to turn to another 12 o'clock night. I swear to God. I apologize in advance for going a little over what I said it was going to, but I want to finish this thing. Okay. Yeah, I got a little bit of time. Well, maybe we don't need to do that yet. Nope. No. Wait a minute. Come on back. Well, I don't think we like... Yes, the people waiting in line have it go right above their head. And then here, we have enough kinetic energy saved up for our final loop. Or maybe not our final loop, huh? Perhaps. That is an insane curve. I don't know what the game was thinking with that one. No, not quite. Try to keep it to that 45-degree standard, you know what I mean, guys? This is gonna be really close. And now, put that way, loop. Oh my. I think I need to turn it. No. I think it needs to be turned that way. I think that's as close. That's close to what we want. This game gets in the bones. I haven't played it much, but I think I'm gonna start getting back into it. Watching a stream more. I don't think I've enjoyed watching a stream more. Oh my god. Swoon. Making me blush. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Oh, come on. We gotta finish this. I think... God, that's gonna be screaming.
It's not even remotely
That's
imaginable.
gonna be screaming in. Oh my god, did I just hear a dirt tracker? Wow. Thanks so much, bud. I really appreciate it. This is gonna have to go through some breaks. Whew, we're going to have a lot of editing to do on this. Alright, I'm going to head to bed now. Thanks for all the tips. Have a good night. Thanks so much for stopping by, bud. I really appreciate it. I have plenty more episodes, by the way, in reserve with this. I have some of the older episodes way back, if you go back on our stream archive. The cool thing about this channel, Fishy, We have saved almost every stream we have done in the past 5 years. They're all going to exist, hopefully forever, either in Twitch or on YouTube. YouTube, we have about 200 and something streams uploaded already, and I'm continually uploading more of our old streams all the time. So we have a YouTube and we have a Discord. Those are two big things that you should know, and links to both are in our panels on Twitch. Ooh. Oh, Jesus. No. No, 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 no. All right. That's a lot of loops. I was worried there wasn't going to be enough to do on this ride, on this particular coaster dirt tracker, but I think I was worried for nothing. Well, shall we test her? Most expensive ride I have ever made. Okay, good thing I put the chain in there. Now, is it going to have enough energy? God, that's not bad. That's pretty damn near perfect. We just need to bring up the excitement in a few places, yeah? Like, I wonder if we can put another loop thingy here. Alright, pause. I like it. It's gonna work. So that means we get to save it. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I think this is the weakest part of the ride right here. This whole section. But I don't know. Maybe we have to look at the chart, right? Where's the chart? Oh, I am wrong. That's where the excitement is right there. Okay, this should be low. That should be low because that's the start of the next peak. Wait. Wait. We can't possibly fit that pretzel thing here, can we? Remember how I wanted to do the pretzel thing? God, I can't make up my mind about it. Fuck. What? Oh, oh my. Can that super overbank turn go in that corner? Wait, can that super overbank turn go in that corner right before it goes through the loop? Wait, right before it goes through the loop? You mean right here? I don't want to touch this because this looks too good. This area right here, I'm less inclined to want to keep. I think we can do better. We don't need that much of that, so I think as long as we have... Right? Oh, God, no. Oh, shit. Is that survivable? Is that smoother? I don't even know. Let's give her a test. It gets a little janky at the end. Alright, I was able to add in one more set of friction brakes. Jesus. Alright, let's see how much that adds excitement into this. Yeah, I think their spines are going to fall out their assholes, personally. That's the best section right here. Like, I love this. We could add some more entertainment right here. Another helix maybe here. God, into the loop. Oh, that's actually not that. That's not bad, but that goes inverted. Holy shit. Oh. Nope. Nope. Heat maps. Oh, God. Mmm. Wait. Wait, what did it say? Jesus Christ. Well, that's a lot of loops. I guess we are making money back pretty quick, aren't we? I don't think there was an extra piece of track before the pretzel. That was the problem. Ooh. We're almost there on the excitement, right? I don't know. Could we add something here and then bring this in? What do you think? Does that look a little plain here? Maybe a big feature piece in the middle here? No, that's got the most. That's got the most right there. That whole run, it gets so fast. And I think that's the key, is that it gets fast. You know what the issue is here, Dirt Tracker? This doesn't get fast enough. See that? We can make this faster. We can make that go faster, and I think that's... I think we need to boost this up to where it's going straight up, but it comes straight down. This is too low. This should be much higher right here. Yeah, I can see it. It's not very extreme, is it? Oh God, is that all one piece? Just get a little bit more upsies. And then we go... Wait, I need to figure out how... This is a 12. Okay, so... Back. Back. So this is where it would peak normally. So let's bring it up. But we don't need it to go that much. Let's bring it up another, I don't know, 7. Then we bring it back to the 12, which is what it was. Can you increase the chain speed? Wait, is that an option? Dirt Tracker? Oh. We did it. Look at that shit. In the track builder, there's 3 lines. The 3 lines next to the clipboard. Wait, what? The 3 lines next to the clipboard. Yeah, the testing. That's what we're doing for testing, but how do you... You can increase this speed. Oh, you're a genius, dude. I never knew this existed. If this F's it all up, we'll undo the whole thing. Whoa! God damn it. God damn it. We got a full... Is this usable? We got a full extra point in excitement out of that. Is that too much, is the question. Because we brought nausea up. But there's a lot of rides in the park that have a high nausea. You know what, fuck it, they can deal with a little bit of nausea, right? It's only 3. I have rides that are much higher than that. But how about the fear? Is the fear too high? I guess not, right? Are you kidding me? Why did D-Gen 1 break down? What can I do to make this ride better? I want that thing to be inspected all the time. Oh, I'm so excited to get people on this thing. We're back to this obstructed bullshit. Ugh. That's so stupid, but you know what? It fits. Is that not big enough of a... I feel like that line is going to fill right up, though. You know what? Yeah, I've got an idea. That is how you extend a line. I even like the look of it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That took all night, but it was so worth it. I can't. Yeah, let's get this thing. Wait, what did I just do? What did I just do? No, we're okay. That is pretty good. Now this ride's expensive. It was expensive to make, and it's also a very long ride. Dun, dun. Look at that. Look at that. Well, we just lost $2,000 sitting here, so something's going on. Well, we lost $3,000. Okay, we're having issues. Everything's on fire. Alright, it warms my heart. It looks like most of the rides have people. It looks like they all have people. They like the new section of the park. I can't blame them. It's really cool. This ride just broke down. Okay. We got a lot to do on this park, and I think the next time I play this game, I'm gonna have to do it off stream. I think, because I think it's gonna be pretty boring me going through and fixing all the animations on a lot of my rides. Build a coaster with an average speed of at least 30 miles per hour. We did it. Oh, we got the choo-choo train. Whoa. 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 Dude. Dirt Tracker, this was like 70% the last time we checked. Hat's fantastic. So let's put a Hat's fantastic somewhere else, too. Guess what? It's 11:30. We have to call it. We have to call it before we go too insane. Damn. That is so impressive. That ended up so cool. I couldn't have asked for anything better here. And I think I've still got room to put a water ride in, Dirt Tracker. I think this is all high enough. I can put a water ride in right underneath everything. I think we can totally do that. All right. Have a good night, Dirt Tracker, and thanks everybody else who stopped by. Dirt Tracker, thanks so much for those subs. That means a lot to us. You're supporting the channel like that. That was so fun, and I think that Fishy had fun too. So it was a pretty good night. So thanks again, all. Until next time, everybody take care.